let me tell you what my daughter did yesterday. Now, my wife is in South Carolina. She's gone to the Alec Murdoch trial.
She's got me hooked on it.
Me too.
I watched most of it yesterday.
It was pretty compelling yesterday, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard some of the jurs cried when he was testifying from the defense attorney when he was questioning.
That's a big deal.
He can testify well. The prevailing wisdom down there, and A-Train's met everybody outside the courtroom, is that there's going to be a hung jury and no conviction.
Could be.
Really?
Yes, which is shocking because all the evidence seems to point to Alec Murdoch committed these murders. But she's gone.
But all they need is a reasonable doubt, right?
Of course, and one. They need one to have reasonable doubt.
My God, that man's crying. Look at him. I'm sorry I swallowed some of my skull.
It's not dripping from his nose.
I meant to spit into this.
He cries a lot, Murdoch.
The defendant.
He does. When he's sitting at the table and then, of course, as a witness.
Until the prosecutor got up there and he started.
He ripped
He
into
didn't waste any time.
No, he went right after him.
Yeah.
Well, anyhow, the A-Train was supposed to leave yesterday at 2 o'clock. And so I said my goodbye to her yesterday morning before I even left for work. I said, I won't see you again until Saturday. Mm-hmm. So, have fun and be careful and all that. So I had quietly and secretly planned to play pickleball without telling her last night.
The day of her trip.
The day of her trip. She's going to be gone.
She would have been on the road.
Yeah, she would have never known.
But she likes me to spend time with the kids when she's not at home. And I did that one time. When she was gone, I did that. Okay, once I did that.
Well, then you've done it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All three of you just watching the clock. Can we go now?
Right.
Everyone thinking the same thing.
We don't want to be here. Right. So quietly, I had planned a little pickleball excursion last night. And so she was going to be long gone. Well, I got home about 2 o'clock and expected her to. No, it's like 3 because I went to my dermatologist yesterday.
Want to hear about that?
I know.
Biggie just got bumped again.
Look, I know where I am. I'm garbage time.
Shh, Biggie, quiet. Trying to hear this.
Me.
Go ahead, Kelly.
Lord.
Man, you really are selfish. I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, I know.
Do I need to turn your microphone down by 70? We had to turn BB Shea's microphone down twice. 2 penalties this week.
Oh, I believe that.
He said an inappropriate joke about the JFK assassination. 5-minute major.
That was a major document.
5 minutes, half volume on his microphone. Now, he did a match game. He had a 2-minute minor, and we turned him down 25% for 1 minute. But I'm telling you, it was a
now that we have this power.
That's right.
How does he know JFK jokes?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't tell it very well. I can tell you that. So anyhow, I get home and there's the A-Train, and I'm supposed to play pickleball at 5:30.
Were you just whistling and singing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Walk in the door.
Yeah.
80-degree day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
What's up? Oh,
Yeah.
What's up?
what a nice surprise.
Racket in hand.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna play some pickleball.
What are you doing with that paddle? Why you got that paddle in your hand?
So I get there and we lock eyes. So I said, what's going
Tell
on?
your phone. Call Diesel. Put it on speaker. I'll be there in 5. Wait a minute.
Well,
I'll call you back.
she says our trip's been delayed by 3 hours. Stephanie had something come up. I said, okay. Now that's right about the time I was going to be getting ready and leaving at like 5 o'clock. And she also was going to leave at about 5 o'clock.
Ooh.
So I'm like, how am I going to handle this? Because I had to get dressed and all this kind of stuff, and I needed to get
She knows
ready.
when you start.
Yeah.
Oh, she knows I
pickleball.
start stretching. You know that.
Put it on her. Just say, as long as you're here,
Well, right.
I'm gonna
go.
I'm going down.
Right.
I might get
putting-
back for the kids.
But at some point, we'd both be gone. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
all right.
Why are you putting sweatbands on?
Okay.
I'm going to masturbate. Why are you telling me that? I don't know.
It's less embarrassing than the truth.
You know what I'm gonna go do? For you to believe this more.
Yeah.
So, my daughter gets home about 3:30 from school.
Carpool day.
Carpool day. It wasn't my day to pick
Okay.
up. Today's my day to pick up. It wasn't my day yesterday. So she gets home about 3:30, and we're sitting there, and I am trying to figure a way. And she's like, "What are you doing?" She could tell my eyes are darting, So I say, "Well,
Got the shifty eyes.
yeah." And she was surprised to see her mother too. She's like, "What are you doing here?" And so I say to my daughter, I said, "Listen, just let you know if I act strangely here, I'm trying to get dressed and stretched without your mother knowing because I'm playing pickleball, but she doesn't know that." And my daughter says, "Oh, really?" And then she says, "You know where you could stretch?" And I said, "Where?" And she goes, at CVS when you take me to get my makeup, and at Chick-fil-A when you take me to get a Chick-fil-A meal. And I said, I'm not taking you to either one of those things. And she said, well, I think
Mom!
Yeah.
So she blackmailed me. She blackmailed me. And so, wow. I know. So about 4 o'clock.
masterclass.
Right.
Yeah.
So about 4 o'clock, I said, well, we're going to go out for a minute, run some errands. And my wife, she's so enthralled, though, with the testimony. And all
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
She's like, all right, what? Where are you
she's
going?
locked in.
But she's locked in. And we go, and I get my daughter in the car. I said, for you to play this card on me. And she says, I'll be getting whatever I want at the CVS.
Continues to play.
$60 worth of makeup.
Shuffling from the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, $60 worth of makeup. She said, I need these items. So these
And
are-
you're in the parking lot stretching.
Yeah.
No, not on opioids. Not an opioid addict. Trying to hit people as they leave the drive-through.
Man, like what you said is right. It was a
He showed up with a teenage girl.
Yeah.
I don't know what trafficking is.
He's literally running in the parking lot.
He's doing jumping jacks out there by the bushes.
I had to get my stretch in, and then we had to time it. I was watching my wife on Life 360 to leave before I could pull
Yeah.
back in, dump my daughter.
Wait for that dot to start moving. Come on, Dot.
There are so many crimes going on
I
here.
know.
Yeah.
By your daughter,
Exactly.
you.
Yes. So I wait, and at like hiding in a different part of the neighborhood, I watch her. I see that she's driving down the street. I'm like, okay, it's safe to go. I dump my daughter out in the driveway, and I'll see you later. Because I was late to pickleball to try to do this thing.
Right.
And Chris Demm thinks this is crazy, but it rained for 20 minutes, like a heavy rain. I got out there. I had to take towels and wipe up the pickleball courts for an hour before we could play.
Good, the towel boy here.
Yes, and all of us out there with towels and squeegees and stuff. And Chris Demm says,
And you call your wife a loon.
I know.
Yeah. There's plenty to go around.
I know. That's right.
You need help.
So my daughter is a blackmail artist.
And a good one.
And I
Great job, yeah.
immediately brought it up. She's like, well, you could stretch over at CVS. I need some makeup.
She learned from the best.
I guess she did. That's exactly right. Apple doesn't fall far from the tree, does it?
What a performance.
Unbelievable.